Welcome to the Bucket Discussions podcast. It's your boy Taj James, aka TJ, aka KD Trey 5 Jr. on PSN. I'm 1/3 of the Bucket Discussions podcast, where we go beyond the stat sheet and beyond the narrative to bring all that real, authentic sports talk, man. So let's get to it.
Oh, what's good with it, man? It's your boy Trey. You know who it is. The girls damn sugar, Ice Trey. We back, 6 foot killer. We back. Follow me on IG at IamTrey.j. Follow me there, or you can add me on Snapchat. You can even do that at Lordy with the E_TJ40. I'm gonna pass it to bro.
What's good, everybody? My name is Jeremy, and AKA Clip City, AKA
Yes,
the
sir.
Step Back God. I'll fry anybody that watches this video. And welcome back to the Bucket Discussions podcast. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Simple. Hey, we got a very special treat for y'all today, man.
Yes, sir. We get
Started off good sneak. NBA champion, Finals MVP. The Bucks did it. Finally got over the hump. Put some spec on that team name, man. And Coach Bud, shout out to the Bucks because they saved your job, bro. Because they was ready to fire you a long time ago.
Swear to God.
Yeah, the Suns balled out, but it wasn't good enough. The Bucks did their thing. Giannis, 50-piece nugget last night. Then he went in the morning to Chick-fil-A, got him 50 chicken minis
with 2 burritos. What are you talking about?
Got him a hood drink too, a hood meal.
Sure.
With the Sprite and the lemonade.
Half lemonade.
Bro.
Wow.
They don't do that everywhere, bro.
Wow.
It's crazy.
He did his thing, though. How y'all feeling? What's our reaction to the NBA Finals?
Honestly, this one I'm gonna have to step back and take the time to apologize to Mr. Greek Freak, aka the Freaks come out at night, aka the Deer. I gotta apologize to bro because all playoffs, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I was hating on you, dog. I was low-key praying on your downfall. I was one of the boys. I did not want to see y'all boys win. I was repping Timid Deer till I died, bro. Let me apologize to you, Greek Freak, because hey, bro, you did your thing. It was clear as day. You put the team on your back. You put the team on your shoulders, piggyback. You did your damn thing. Shout out to his supporting cast that showed up throughout the series. I know we got on them boys' heads. Social media was the big ones to get on Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday's head. But they bounced back, very resilient. You can see Giannis kind of put his trust in his teammates. You can kind of see his growth throughout the playoffs. And as the Bucks team as a whole, they really came together. Real solid performance from them. But we got to speak on Greek Freak 50 piece. Defense was phenomenal. Any weak shit coming into the lane, throwing that. Do not come in. He got a couple goaltendings, but he's doing that shit, man. Do not come in here with that. Devin Booker, he punked you a little bit. I seen you go in there with that. Get it out of here. He's not playing with none of that. Phenomenal performance on the offensive end. He had 50 points. Dude was really treating them like they was like little kids out there. Like he was treating them like they was a middle school basketball team. And as a grown man, I honestly feel like you should find that kind of disrespectful. When I seen him catch the ball, turn and dunk on 3 of them, I turned my TV off and turned it back on to make sure that shit was real because he really was bullying them little boys. Congrats to Giannis on your first ring, bro. Enjoy the 50-piece chicken minis. And I hope you head to Vegas, do your damn thing. And I'm not going to let them off the hook. I have to speak on the Phoenix Suns. I'm not going to let y'all off the hook. Y'all did the damn thing the first 2 games. But that ain't the game. The series is not over. It is not a 2-game series. That is not at all what it is. So I have to let them boys know. We got to speak on Mr. Houdini, a.k.a. Devin Booker. The boy disappeared. Where'd you go? I did not see. He is missing shots. He was getting punked. He was not playing good defense. I was confused on what he was doing. And I kind of don't want to give CP his credit because yesterday I was a bit, I don't want to say disappointed, but I was just like, this really all y'all got to give. Like the shot seemed really forced. Offense looked very disoriented. It looked like a couple high school teams I've seen play before. Looked like they were just trying to go ISO. Looked like the boys was just waiting on the hero, so to speak. And I feel like that's never ever going to be the solution when you're playing in a game like this. especially against the Greek freak that was really bullying them boys. So I feel like CP, you did all right, but for someone that the story that you could have had written for yourself, the opportunity you had, I would have liked to see a little bit more. I would have liked to see you at least get ejected, at least get into a little scuffle out there. I know you and Bobby Portis kind of got into it, but I at least would like to see you caught a tech or something, bro. Like, don't go out like that. I need a little bit more heart. I do want to speak on a little. It wasn't a crazy performance, but I did see Mr. Frank Kaminsky come off the bench, and he kind of gave him a little bit of a boost to keep them in the game. Hey, bro, chill out, bro. We know he's not a star player, but that off the bench, he was doing a lot more. He was doing more than Mr. Ayton was doing. Mr. Ayton was Houdini 2.0 because I ain't see him do shit really either. But he was letting Greek Freak bully him. But that's all I got to say for the Suns. I hope y'all come back prepared next year. Just so y'all know, for the Suns, this opportunity is not guaranteed. This could have been your last time you ever go to a championship. So I did not like the way y'all boys went out. So I just want to say congrats to Giannis and do better, Phoenix Suns.
Man, facts, man. I feel like we all kind of owe the Bucks an apology after us disrespecting them, man. Trey had the Bucks in the 5, and I had Bucks in 6. Taj had Bucks in 6. We honestly were just, man, we really counted the Bucks out, but it was not looking too good after they went down 2-0. But man, we gotta give the Bucks coach a little bit of credit because man, once he moved Giannis to that 5, that pretty much kept Giannis. I mean, not Giannis. It kept Ayton out the paint pretty much, man. You know what I'm saying? And no one could even stop Giannis on the offensive side. You know what I'm saying? So, man, congrats to the Bucks. Honestly, the reason I kind of was sleeping on him just mainly was because the supporting cast. I didn't think Middleton was going to step up the way he did for that amount of games. I didn't think Drew Holiday was going to step up like that. And it worked out perfect for both of them because they both stepped up at the perfect time, most important game of the season, and they closed it out. And honestly, that is crazy that they won 4 games straight in the finals like that. That really is crazy. The only 2 other teams to do that was, I think, the 1977 Trailblazers and the 2006 Miami Heat to do that in the finals. So that's pretty impressive. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give it to the Bucks. But, man, on the Sun side of things, man, it was really disappointing, man. Because like I said, ever since Game 3 when they moved Giannis to the 5, the Bucks, they just took that and they just ran with it because they never looked back. They never looked to try to change the lineup after that, and for good reasons because, bro, no one was stopping Giannis in the paint, bro. DeAndre Ayton, it didn't matter. Kaminsky, don't matter. It didn't matter who was in the paint. No one was stopping Giannis, and that's the biggest problem with the Suns, I felt like, was their lack of adjustments, you know what I'm saying? I think we were having a conversation like last week where it was like they should have built a wall, you know what I'm saying? They should have built a wall like the 2019 Raptors did against Giannis. But they just failed to do so. And man, they choked away a 2 lead. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the 4th time Chris Paul's done that in his career. So that is not going to leave a good impact on his legacy, which sucks, man. Because man, I'm a CP3 fan, so I wanted to see him win that ring. But other than that, man, it's pretty much fuck the Suns since they beat us in the Western Conference Finals, man. It's pretty much all I got to say about the Suns, man. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Bro, I felt that. But what a difference a week makes, man. Last week we were just talking about the story was already written for CP3 and the Suns. They was gonna get the chip, man. They was in the driver's seat. They was pushing the whip.
Yeah.
You ready to get across that finish line and win the championship. But hey, there's a reason why it's a 7-game series and not single elimination, man. I feel like almost every time the best team's gonna come out on top, and the Bucks were the better team, and they showed up for these last 4 games where they dominated. So,
you know how that shit.
Also, them close games come back to bite you when you're not able to capitalize the end of games. They're gonna come back to bite you. So, shout out to the Bucks. Shout out to Giannis. Obviously, those are the people that are getting all the credit right now. But like you said, Coach Bud, he did his thing. People was talking about he wasn't making adjustments. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing that. But hey, they did something right because they're champions. You feel me? Put some spec on their name. But the people that are not getting enough credit to me, those players off the bench, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis. Hey, bro was doing his thing yesterday.
Mm-hmm. He really was, man.
Bro was trying to scrap his body for sure. He was trying to scrap.
Every time he come off the bench, he bring a different energy. I like him. He like
Hey, bro, he cracked me up though, bro, because he was hacking. He was hella hacking yesterday. Bro was getting hyped too. I think Devin Booker came down and shot a layup, bro. He smacked, bro.
Hard as hell, yeah.
Celebrating like he blocked it. I said, no,
Yeah,
but
bro.
that was a foul. But nah, man, Drew Holiday, he really turned it up, bro. To be real with you, I know I said he frustrates me with his shot selection because he just takes some dumb shots for a point guard, especially for a person that's supposed to be the leader on the floor, leader on the team. But other than that, Drew Holiday, he's a great player. He did his thing, bro. He really turned it up on CP. Chris Middleton, I know people are just starting to realize how good he is, but I think we've seen it on both ends. He did a good job on Devin Booker. He kind of slowed him down. And then on the other end, yesterday he didn't really have a crazy game, but we seen him put 40 points up in this series. So shout out to that, man.
And hold on, let's talk about that Chris Middleton Giannis pick and roll. That shit is crazy. It's really something different. That shit is crazy.
Suns had no answer for it, man.
That mid-range too. Chris Middleton mid-range.
Deadly.
KD-esque.
Swear.
So as far as Giannis, bro was very humble. I think we seen it yesterday when he won. He went straight to his family. Bro was on the ground crying, bro. That low-key, it felt satisfying, and that's not even my team. So
thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. Just to see him win that shit, see the city of Milwaukee win that shit, man. It was very satisfying. It was sad to see CP3 lose like that, but he didn't play like he wanted it. So that's what happens, man. So you never know. That's what people don't understand with not just the NBA, but the sports in general, bro. You don't get to championship games like that. When you get there, even if you lose, bro, all I ask for you is to leave it on the line. And them boys really didn't leave it on the line. So, yeah, they went out kind of sad, but we're going to get into it on the next topic. We want to show them their love, congratulate them on a great season because over here, man, we pay respect to both sides. There's got to be a winner and a loser in every situation.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. And before we move on, I do want to add on to Giannis' humbleness. I want to speak
touch on that, bro. Touch on that for sure.
Because let's speak on that. Last time, when his brother won the ring, he was the first one at the airport. He was hyping his brother up. He had him on the live. Hey, bro, you the championship, bro. You the first champion in the family. And then he goes, puts the city on his back, goes, gets him one, bro. That's a great story. All his brothers getting to the league. I think they got another one, if I'm not mistaken. Shit, I don't know how many there are.
They got another one on the way.
Yeah, bro. Just shout out to him, bro. Very, very humble. I like that about him. I like the way he plays. He grinded from the bottom, out the mud. He took the hard.
Straight out the mud. His nail is dirty.
Okay.
Nah, bro. I just wanna kind of touch on Giannis and just what he did yesterday, man. And the reason why I became a fan of Giannis in the first place was just the way he played the game. I can always point them players out that play hard as hell when they step on the floor. Like we seen bro come back from a injured knee, bro. He looked like he was done. He hyperextended his knee. We don't see players come back from them injuries that quick. And for that man to be out there running and trying to get chase down blocks on a knee that's injured, when most players would be kind of like, "Oh, I don't want to move too fast. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that because I don't want to re-aggravate it." But what made me a fan of that man was just the way he plays. You can tell he plays like somebody that's not privileged. Like he didn't expect to be here. Like he
got love for the game.
Great. That's what I want to say. He's really grateful for the opportunity that he's afforded every day to go play NBA basketball. And that's how he plays every minute like it's his last. So that's what really made me a fan of that man. And it feels good to see that man win the MVP, Finals MVP, win the chip, put the city on his back and deliver at the young age of 26.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Greek Freak. We gonna
Shout out
keep
to the whole
pushing.
Bucks organization, man.
Thanks. We're gonna keep it pushing. Let's talk a little bit about the Suns. Their whole playoff performance up to the end. Let's talk about first round. I know we're gonna let you speak on the first round, bro. How you feel about that? Start off first round, got your boys out of there. How you feeling about that, bro?
Honestly, man, I feel like one thing sports has really taught me, and this is kind of getting deep into it, but sports has taught me, bro, you really have to learn how to lose. And I just want to shout out Monty Williams because my brother and my dad sent me a video of Monty Williams after the game on the gram. he went to the Bucks locker room and just basically showed them their love, and he basically said that the Bucks made him a better coach, even though he didn't get the outcome that he was looking for. He appreciates the opportunity that he was afforded, and the Bucks made him a better coach. And he just basically shouted him out. But for him to go to their locker room and give them congratulations shows a lot about what type of man he is. And that really just surprised me, because at this age and when I was a little bit younger and I first started really getting into the game and just getting into sports in general, if I'm sliding to the opponent's locker room after I lose a chip, we scrapping. Simple.
Hey, it's really fun.
I'm turning into Pat Bev, bro.
Simple.
No good.
I'm playing the piano on bro's back. That's what I'm on. But
Man,
I real talk though, seeing my team, the Kansas City Chiefs, get blasted in the Super Bowl last year. See the Lakers. I seen LeBron lose final after final, so that's really not nothing too new. But one thing sports has really taught me is how to lose. So I'm not really looking. I'm saying all that to say I'm not really looking back on that first round loss that we had to the Suns. I'm not angry. I might be a little bit salty. I might make jokes here and there, but I have the ultimate respect for them guys. They really did their thing, and they wanted it more, and they earned it. Mm-hmm. So they didn't get the outcome they were looking for in the finals, but just for people to discredit them and say that they shouldn't be there, or this player was injured, this player was hurt, that's cool, but we don't play the what-if game over here, man. So they earned it. And even though AD went out, the Lakers still had 100 chances to win that series, and they didn't. So, shit, the Suns wanted it more, man. Shout out Book. He put us away. But just as far as the Suns in general, I feel like they should look back on the season. I know they're disappointed right now, but they should look back on the season with just like, I think I would say appreciation for what they did. Probably won't see it right now, but they really did come together as a team in their first year, really. Mm-hmm. You seen them going to the bubble and win 8 games. They did their thing, but they still weren't good enough to make the playoffs. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
But they really have something there that they can build upon. It's not like they have no hope like some old Suns teams, where them Suns teams was like terrible, winning 20 games a season. So shout out Book. I know a lot of people are trying to clown him and say he's not Kobe, he's not this, he's not that. And just remember, he never said he was Kobe. That was you guys. So cut it out.
Talk about it.
But shout out Devin Booker. Killer, man. Assassin on the floor. His mindset, bro, it's Kobe-like. I'm not saying he's Kobe, but it's Kobe-like. That man has no reaction to nothing. He's out there just trying to take your soul, man. He going to the midi, every time. I ain't say he was Kobe, but I'm saying he Kobe-like. His mindset, his mentality, he never rattled with nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll give D-Book that.
Multiple 40-point games in the finals. I feel like that should be just reflecting and taking stuff that they can build off next season, because they did their thing this year. They have their coach of the future, Monty Williams. They have their pieces. I know I was hating on DeAndre Ayton, but that should show you something about how young he is, and just the fact that he knows his role and he's not trying to get big-headed and say, oh, I need the ball, I need this, I need that. He plays his role to a T, and there's a lot of veterans that can't do that. Mm-hmm. So shout out that, man. It's only up from here. I'm not saying they're going to run through the West next year, because the West is a very tough conference. But they definitely have something to look forward to, and they have a bright future.
All right, now how you feeling about them, J. Coop, man? I know they got y'all boys out of there.
Man, shit, man. As for the Phoenix Suns season they had, it was a memorable season for them. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that addition of Chris Paul, that was big as fuck. But other than that, bro, I feel like the Phoenix Suns, they should look at this season and just feel like we walked away with a lot of experience and stuff. Like, because if you look at their main foundation of players, bro, they're all young besides Drake, Crowder, and CP3. You know what I'm saying? They got Mikal Bridges out there, DeAndre Ayton, Cam Johnson, Cam Payne still kind of young himself, D-Book. So, as for next season, I don't know what their season is going to look like next year, because we're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where Chris Paul might go, and we don't know Chris Paul's future. But if you're a Phoenix Suns fan, you can't help but to feel just a little, I don't know, just hyped about the future. Yeah, fact. Just hyped about the future, bro. You got all that young talent on your team. You guys have so much to look forward to. But as for this season, bro, yeah, they got us up out of there in the Western Conference Finals. It was sad, man. Like those first 2 games were so close, and we lost off a goddamn fucking Valley Oop. That shit pissed me off, man. With 1 second left, that shit happened so quick. I didn't even
That's
realize
cool.
what
That's
happened.
cool.
I was so damn
No
hot,
need to bring them back bad memories up for you, dog.
bro. That shit, man. I was sitting here. I was looking like Stephen A. And I forgot who was next to him. I was in shock, bro. Yeah, I was just sitting there like, staring, like there ain't no way. He was in awe. He was appalled. That's how I felt.
That's how I was looking, dog. I ain't they can win in.
Man, bro, that shit was just
real quick.
crazy.
What do y'all think CP is gonna do next year, bro? Because it's kind of
he'll be back.
I think he's gonna run it back.
Yeah, he definitely said that in the interview. He's gonna run it back.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah,
we don't
I
know
don't see him leaving
because the Warriors will be back. I don't see him doing too much of shit.
Ain't no one worried about them. Ain't no one worried about them.
Okay, I like that.
But let me get my little piece on the man. I want to give my respects to Book, even though he did kind of go Houdini in that play that last few games. I was like, where the hell you at? But I want to give my respects to them boys. Shout out to CP. He made a phenomenal run at it. He got to the championship, and a lot of great players can say they have never even been to one. They never even sniffed the playoff or a championship arena. They've never been in that atmosphere. Shout out to him. And I feel like they learned a lot about themselves as far as their capabilities. They brought out a star that many people, unsung hero that many people didn't think about in C-Pain. When he had the shiner on his eye, he had his shit tinted. He was really out there giving them boys trouble.
Kind of hooped yesterday too. He hooped yesterday a little bit.
He did all right.
Not
enough to impact the game too much. But shout out to him. I feel like they learned that they have a great player in him. He stepped up when CP was out. He helped out in many aspects, scoring the ball, getting the offense going. He played a little bit of defense. And in Ayton, they have something there with him. They have something they can develop with him, a little centerpiece. I feel like still, I'm not going to knock him because we're going to show him some love. But he got a lot of things he can see in himself that he can work on, and a lot of things that he did do great throughout the playoffs. Shout out to Monty Williams. I want to speak on this. Phenomenal coach. I heard during it was like a little timeout, and they were speaking. And they talked about his wife dying, which I didn't even know. I thought that shit was kind of crazy. But they said his wife died in a car crash.
Yeah.
He did the eulogy and everything. I just would say to him, bro, he's one of those stand-up guys. You see him after a loss. He goes into the locker room. He goes into the winner's locker room, and when you in the winner's locker room, them boys got the champagne, the cigars out. They lit. They jumping. Bucks and they cheering. Bucks is shit. That all the fans out there. Me personally, I got to give my hat to him. I'm never going into when I lose is fuck you forever, straight like that until I get me a dub. But a lot of class, humble, real dude. Even like after
the league, bro, he earned that title for me.
Like you can see when he talks to his players have a different respect for him. He looks out for all of his players, talks to them. You can tell he got a great relationship with them. So I want to give my respect to him. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns and what they do.
Bro, let's talk about him too, bro, because I'm glad you said that. He's a real leader. When you look up the word leader in the dictionary, that's what you're gonna see. He knows how to push all the right buttons with his players. Even DeAndre Ayton, I think it was against the Clippers, he was on the bench and he was kind of like had his head down because he wasn't playing well. He went over there to talk to him. He said, you don't have to affect the game by just putting up big numbers, putting up 20 and 10 and 20 and 15. He said, be a force down low. Make them feel you when you're down there. Block shots, contest everything. So shout out Monty Williams. He's a great leader. You got CP3, obviously a great leader too. Hey, CP3, you're a wild boy for what you said to Marcus Cousins told.
Man, bro, what the fuck? That's a disrespectful.
Hey, that's funny. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I would have pushed him too.
Hey, I would have took the fuck out his ass, but don't ever say that shit to me.
Damn. God.
Before we transition to the next topic, CP3, unfortunately, this may have been his best chance to win a chip, and he may not get there ever again.
Yeah, probably was.
Been in the league for a minute, and this opportunity.
It was the perfect storm this season. all
I had to
the
say it, bro, to be real, but he may not ever get there again. But since everybody's so big on giving flowers, I want to shout bro real quick. CP3, one of the best point guards ever. Unfortunately, he may not ever get a championship, but that doesn't really change my outlook on him. CP3 has been dominating the league since I was a youngin', before I even started watching basketball like that. So
same year as LeBron.
So damn near, bro. Every year I've seen CP3, he's been a staple. He's been one of the best guards in the league. He unfortunately not had that playoff success every year, like some of the other great point guards in the league. But for the people that were rushing to put him on top 5, top this, top that, I always heard the saying when I was younger, the media builds you up just to tear you down. And this is kind of what it feels like to me. CP3 was on his high horse. He was doing his thing, but now the media is kind of like, oh, CP, he can't do this, he can't do that. He blows 0-2 leads. Now, he didn't play that well, but I just want to say and acknowledge CP3 as one of the best point guards of my generation and one of the best point guards that I ever watched personally. So, shout out CP3, man. And even if you don't get that shit, man, you still look great. Real talk.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks. Shit, for Monty Williams, bro. Yeah, I gotta give him his credit, man. He definitely stepped up. He was definitely probably. Didn't he win Coach of the Year? It was him, right? I think it was.
No, it was Tom Thibodeau from the Knicks.
Damn, really?
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah.
I mean,
it's just because it's the Knicks.
Yeah, exactly, bro. But yeah, Monty Williams he was definitely in that conversation, bro, because it just seems like Monty Williams just always manages to say the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every time you see him on the camera or you see him on Instagram or something, he's always saying the right thing to his players, man. It's great to see, man. It's honestly great to see.
Real authentic guy, man, for real.
Very authentic.
He really is. Thanks, bro.
Let's reminisce and reflect on this great NBA playoffs, man. Nothing that we could have predicted in this playoff that happened, dog.
At all.
Twist and turn.
At all.
Non-stop, bro. Injury there, injury here. Kawhi randomly bumps into a player, ACL, he out for the playoffs. So I didn't want to bring that back up for you, bro, but I'm just saying.
Kawhi. Yes, sir.
Throw some examples out there. We had Donovan Mitchell start off the playoffs, missing 2 games.
Came back hot on that shit.
Injuries just everywhere, dog. Twists and turns. Then damn near every series. We seen epic performances like KD dropping 48. 48-point triple-double. Yeah. We seen the Bucks come back from 0-2 a couple times. We seen the Clippers do it a couple times. We seen teams really come into their own. Personally. Right. We seen them find that confidence, especially PG. That was probably one of my favorite players to watch this playoffs because he found that confidence again, man. You could tell he just stopped caring about what everybody was saying. He just went out there and just did his thing. He looked like Indiana PG. So I was glad to see that. We seen Reggie Jackson. Just to shout out a couple players off your team, man. Reggie Jackson found his confidence. He played like he belonged, like he was one of the best point guards in the league, and I hope they can carry that into next season.
Sir.
Who else did we see, man? We seen
Terrence Mann showed up.
Yes, sir.
Man. Debut.
We seen Devin Booker, like you said, Devin Booker came into his own. We seen Cameron Payne find that confidence and start playing like he don't even care no more, dog. Like pure Trench baby. We seen Donovan Mitchell dominate. Just players across the whole playoffs dominate, man. Just coming in
Trae Young
confidence and just Trae Young, the Hawks.
Jason Tatum, he did his thing,
doing his thing against a stacked squad. So
50-point game too.
Yeah, man. So I just want to go ahead and get that question out there. What's something that shocked you? One thing that really shocks you and just made you say, like, damn, that's crazy. I didn't expect that from this NBA playoffs.
One thing that really shocked me for real, where do I even start? Let me start with this. This was a big thing. Seeing these young guys come in and showing us that a playoffs exists out of Steph Curry and LeBron James and wherever. That's one thing that I have to say that was a big shock, not a shocker, but a big thing for me is these young guys like, okay, there's basketball outside of these guys. I know media needs these two faces because they've been in there so long, or media needs LeBron's face. No, the hell no, we don't need him. We'll get his ass out first round of the playoffs and show you how we do it. So I was like, that was one big thing for me. Seeing these young guys show up. Trae Young, one of my favorites. I was rooting for him all series, or all playoffs. That was my guy. And one disappointment is seeing these Knicks, man. I know I know a lot of folks was high on the Knicks. I'm pretty sure they just hyped because they made it to the playoffs. Because them boys, shout out to Stevie A, man. Shout out to what's bro name that be on the sideline, Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, bro. He held it down while they was in the mud. Most folks would have left after a while because they was doing nothing to better their organization. But they did not have enough. They're not like that. They made it, they got to the playoffs and just boo-boo dog shit. But shout out to Juju, man. Julius Randle, who was another big person. Oh, and shout out, I want to give this too. Shout out to the Atlanta Hawks and the Bucks for getting through them 2 games without their superstars. I want to commend them for that because most teams you kind of see get discouraged when they don't have their stars. And shout out to the Bucks because the Bucks came out there like, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, but we here. We gonna get these boys out of here, superstar or not. And I want to speak on Luka. I feel like Luka, we already knew Luka was that boy, but he came this playoffs was like, okay, if y'all ain't know, then y'all know.
Hey, he confirmed it, bro. Stamped.
Yeah, he stamped his shit.
The official. Cover 2K22.
2K22. Okay, we ain't talking about 2K, but what else can we pull from that? This is kind of I don't want to be that boy, but seeing CP go out like that, man, another one.
Yeah, it was sad, man.
That shit kind of suck. We seen a big thing. We spoke on this already. We seen Giannis. Giannis just showed the hell up. Injured, fresh off the injury. Like, hey, this is what when I seen Giannis play, all I could hear in my mind was Damian Lillard. This, y'all know, you know what I'm here for. You know what I came for. Like, bro said, I'm here to get me a championship. I don't know what the fuck what y'all talking about. I know y'all trying to pose for the pictures, but that's not what I'm here for. Strictly here to get a ring. This is just what I'm doing. Respect to him for that. And also,
Great mud.
what else want I give it to, man? I think that's about it for me. That was my big takeaway. Shout out to them boys, man. I hated on y'all. Let me apologize again, y'all. Them boys. Shout out the freaks come out at night. Shout out to them boys, man. Phenomenal this year.
Facts. Man, the most mind-blowing things that happened this postseason to me, man, I feel like you already know what I'm finna say. That a 25-point comeback in Game 6. Boy, that shit was lit as hell, bro. I was enjoying every single minute of that game. Every single minute from halftime to the end of the game, I was lit the whole time, man. Seeing every shot go in, we just coming back little by little. Man, as a fan, I ain't even trying to be biased, but as a fan of just the Clippers and, I mean, a fan of basketball, it was great to watch, to see this collective group of underdogs when Kawhi went down, just to see them just try their hardest, play their heart out, from everyone to Patrick Beverly, freaking, you had Terrence Mann out there dropping almost a 40-piece that game. It's just, man, it was inspirational as hell to watch, honestly. I feel like that was one of the biggest shockers, at least to me personally, this postseason. But another one, man, was just watching, like you said, bro, these young players develop and let us know, like, there's basketball outside of Steph Curry and LeBron, because we have so much great talent in this league. We had Trae Young. We have Giannis, who's only 26. You know what I'm saying? Luka was doing his thing in the first round, but we had to get him up out of there. Who else? I would say the Knicks, Julius Randle, but he didn't really play up to par this postseason. But, I mean, to be fair, it was his first postseason, so we got to see how they're coming next year.
But this is a name we forgot, John Morant.
John Morant, yes, sir. He was doing his thing, too, in his first playoffs. Facts, bro. And it was impressive how he even made it to the playoffs, beating the Warriors, man. That was pretty impressive. Can't even lie, man. He was fucking Curry up that game. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, Curry.
Curry had 40, though.
Hey, Curry, go home.
Yeah, we did. I can't discredit him for that. But yeah, Jaw, man, you're 100% right. So much great talent just in this postseason that we've seen. Um, once players like LeBron, KD, uh, Steph Curry, once they retire, man, this league is definitely in good hands. It's definitely in good hands, man. We have so much great talent in this damn league. It's honestly insane, man. I feel like this next generation of basketball players, I feel like they're just about to be great. I mean, obviously from what we're seeing, and we haven't even seen Zion Williamson in the playoffs yet, man. That's another young player that's taking over the league. Can't wait to see what he can do. You got Brandon Ingram, just all that, man. But yeah, man, those were my biggest shockers for the postseason, man. It's been a really intense postseason. I know a lot of people didn't expect it to turn out this way with all these injuries, but for what it was and considering the circumstances we were given, man, I feel like this postseason was one of the best in the past couple of years, man. When it comes to just the competitive sport of basketball, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So now to think about it, dog, this playoffs goes in right with one of my mottos: always expect the unexpected. And that's
Sure.
probably my biggest shocker. It was unexpected, just the way the whole playoffs and the whole bracket unfolded and how it played out. Obviously, we seen some big players go out early. We really didn't see the people that were projected like the favorites. We didn't see them really advance too far. And I'm gonna say the biggest shocker is just seeing the Bucks and the Suns get to the finals because those weren't favorites at all. The betting odds in Vegas were like 25-1. That's not very good. So just the fact that we seen those guys get to the finals and it wasn't like you said a LeBron, a Steph Curry, a KD, or even the Nets, just a super team in general. We expected them just to breeze through the East. We seen them go 2-0 against the Bucks and they blasted them the first couple games. So just to see them not make it is kind of crazy. That's probably my biggest shock. Just seeing favorites exit round one, round two, and not even get to the finals. And then, real quick, I see you ready to blow that whistle, dog. What's one thing that you expected and one thing that the NBA playoffs confirmed? And I'm gonna go ahead and throw something out there real quick. It confirmed for me that you need luck on your side to win, and you need some lucky bounces. You need stuff just to fall into place for you. There's no asterisk on any championship. We don't want to hear that. That's for people on the book that just want to go ahead and just be goofy and debate. But there's no asterisk. Every NBA champion has some type of luck or some type of something just go right for them to win that chip. So that's one thing the NBA playoffs confirmed. Even though it wasn't something that I expected, we seen these teams get to the finals for a reason. The Suns, whatever you want to say, oh, this player was hurt, that player was hurt, they still got there. The Bucks, a lot went right for them. Even I keep hearing a lot of people talk about KD's foot being this close on the line. Hey, that's the type of luck you get when you're the champ, bro. That's the type of the stuff you need to go right for you when you want to win a championship. So go ahead. Tell me one thing that confirmed for y'all these NBA playoffs.
Oh, one thing that got confirmed. I gotta probably gonna just reiterate this, but man, that we got a lot of youth in the league, man. We got a lot of great players. Just confirm that for all the people that I can still tell by their social media posts, by the way the media treats it, like we're in a need for LeBron James or these type of players. So I just want to reiterate that we do have a lot of young talent. The NBA, and this confirmed to me that the NBA has changed. We're not seeing these two top two teams every year in the finals, even though that was a phenomenal time. It was a great period of time of basketball. But the NBA is changing, man. That's what it's confirmed to me, man. We got a lot of folks next up. A lot of people coming from the draft that are getting ready to get into the league. So that's what it confirmed to me.
Yes, sir.
Facts, bro. One of the things that got confirmed was just like you said, bro, the NBA, it's good without LeBron and Steph Curry in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're good to have different players other than them two in it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was something that was confirmed, that we can get good basketball without those two playing in the finals every year. And yeah, another thing would be just you know, I don't even know. That's about all I had.
Hey, but one thing I want to say to you too is you have a a lot of reasons to be optimistic about next season and about the Clippers because they really came into their own this season, dog. So you
Definitely,
have a lot
bro.
of reasons, man, for sure.
And we got a new segment coming at y'all boys. It's a jump ball. We back at it. It's a new segment for y'all where we're gonna
New segment alert.
New
sir.
segment alert. We're gonna be giving y'all the first MVP of this episode. It's a great supporter of ours, man. We're gonna be highlighting our top supporters for each episode. So the first that we are highlighting is a up and coming phenomenal rapper.
Artist, man, producer.
Man, a phenomenal fan, man. He's a Clippers fan too, man. Day one,
yes, sir.
Heavy, man. Shout out to the Big E days. Shout out to this man. His name, he go by Rainez. Follow him on SoundCloud. Tap into his recent song. I believe it. What is his recent song?
Hold on, let me fact check that for you, dog. Because bro really be dropping. He consistent too. He consistent.
But my favorite song of his
SoundCloud.
Yes, sir. My favorite song of his is Clowny. Clowny you still to his day. That shit a banger.
That's a banger, dog.
That shit's still a banger. I still bump that in the whip. Putting On is also a phenomenal.
Yeah, that shit's fire. That shit's fire.
His thing, bro. Shout out to him. We appreciate the support, bro.
Right.
Anything y'all
appreciate you, man.
Hey, Rainez, bro. We appreciate all your support, dog. That really does mean a lot, bro. You always sharing. You always constantly just pushing our content out there. And bro, we're gonna continue to do the same for you, man. We want to see you get big, bro. Blow up. Keep doing your thing. Bro. Keep being consistent. And bro, just stay grinding, bro, because you got talent. You make bangers, dog. So hey, continue to bless our speakers, dog.
Yes, sir.
I'll always be a fan. I'll always be watching and supporting you, bro.
Real talk. Thanks, man. Yes, sir. We really do appreciate you, man. And your productions is getting nothing but better. So just keep working, man. Keep grinding. And you're gonna make it out of speaking, man. Keep working.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to MVP, man, of episode 7.
Go follow him on IG at Rainez with the Z, RAINEZ __. Go follow that. We're gonna drop it in this episode somewhere. Now let's get to the next part of this jump ball. You know, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have a little trivia. We got a couple questions for y'all boys to answer. We're gonna pop it off with the first questions. Let's get straight into it. It's a jump ball. We're not gonna waste no time. First question. In 2004, an altercation occurred mid-game between two teams that became known as Malice in the Palace. Which two teams were involved?
Easy, dog. Detroit, Indiana.
Okay. That was light for y'all boys. I hope y'all don't think we gonna come easy. All right, next question. We talked about losing performances in the NBA Finals. Who was the first NBA Finals MVP awarded to despite being on the losing team?
All right, well, Chamberlain or one of them dudes. Some old heads.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't even know, bro.
Gary West, the loco.
Yeah, bro was yeah.
Oh, God.
Back then, dog. That makes sense.
Back in 1950.
You got his numbers, though? What was his numbers?
No idea. But let's keep it pushing to the next question. Which player, this is pretty simple. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna give you the team name. Which player joined the NBA in the 1990s was the first player in 20 years to get drafted from high school?
It was KG.
Yes, sir. That boy, he's a dragon. Shout out KG.
Hey, shout out KG.
Man,
Top 5 funniest NBA players that ever lived, dog.
All right,
dude,
here we go.
Mad shit talker.
Fact, he talked that shit. All right. Which player almost quit basketball to become a garbage man, but went to 3 NBA championships, won it, and got the MVP? Which guy was that? Who was that guy?
Tim Duncan?
Tim? Bob, bro. I know Tim.
Andre Iguodala?
Damn. He plays in that green and white. His name is Larry Bird.
Are you serious, bro? Damn. They must have been paying good as fuck back then.
And Larry Bird really was like that too.
Yeah, bro. He kind of looked like he'd be a garbage man. That's crazy.
Damn, he do kind of look like that.
That's
All
what I'm
right,
saying.
this is the last question. I don't expect y'all boys to know this, but if y'all do, y'all got some true knowledge in your heads. We've been talking about foreign players and how they're doing their thing.
Okay.
Now, this is the question. Who was the first foreign player to be drafted #1 overall? Hey, bro, don't be Googling shit, bro.
yeah.
Don't be Googling shit, dog.
First foreign player.
I give y'all a
Bro, I
First
don't even
overall?
know. Bro, that's
First
a long one. That's
overall.
75. Fuck. I'm gonna go Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't fucking know, bro.
Hakeem.
No, sir. That's not big Akeem that dream.
Hey, I'll be right back.
AK-47. Damn, I don't even know, bro.
He go by the name. He is a Splash Bros father. I'm gonna give you that.
Bro,
hint.
are you serious?
Yeah. He is
You
part of
said
the
Splash?
Splash Bros. You know what talking about GSW.
Hey, bro, fill me
Bro,
in.
wait.
Who was it?
Michael Thomas.
Is that Clay Dad?
Yes, sir. From the Bahamas.
Okay.
Bro, that's crazy as fuck. That's
Bahamas.
actually crazy. What year was he drafted?
Great question.
He played for the Lakers too, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. I did not know he was the first foreign player drafted. That's honestly kind of impressive.
Yes, sir.
Kind of dope.
He was drafted in 1978. That was a long time ago.
Shit, man, bro.
He old as hell.
He said he old as hell. I'm good.
All right.
Damn.
Let's get to the other side of this episode, man.
Let's
That
get it.
was our first time doing that. Hope y'all enjoyed that segment, man. We got another one coming for y'all. If y'all have any questions y'all would like us to answer, please drop it in the comments or hit us on the DMs at Instagram. Follow us at the Bucket Discussion on Instagram. You can find us there. Ask us questions. We got polls for you. Bucket Discussion 785. We got everything for you. We got polls. We got posts. Come tap in with us, man. All right.
Sir.
And to be real with y'all, that was dope as hell. That whole segment. And just want to throw that out there real quick that if you want to be mentioned as the MVP of an episode, all you got to do is just share and repost our episode, repost our content, man. Just show love. Tell a friend to a friend, man, to tap in.
Yeah, tell a friend, man.
Simple.
Tell your friend to tell
Good quality basketball talks. You know what I'm saying?
So, hey, man, just go ahead and repost and share.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the MVP of the segment, bro. We're going to show you mad love.
Sir. Thanks.
So
we do.
All right. Now, we on the other side. So let's get into it. Does the Bucks breaking through, getting their ring, getting ringed up, does that restore the balance to the league in super teams? Does it? Are super teams done? Are super teams irrelevant? Let's get into it.
All right, so let me jump in there, bro, because I know a lot of people super excited right now. That you're kind of prisoner of the moment. I'm trying to work on not being a prisoner of the moment.
Absolutely.
Stuff went right for the Bucks. Stuff went right for the Suns. They did their thing, man. But to say this restores balance, honestly, one superstar player could make a move and instantly just tip the balance of power again.
Yeah.
But I just want to shout out the Bucks, bro, because they made it possible again for a player to feel like, damn, I got hope. We can really do this here, bro. I don't have to leave. I don't have to go team up. I don't have to join another team to win. But then again, bro, let's not mix that up with like players like KG or players like Damian Lillard or players that are even like LeBron James stuck with terrible organizations. Because the Bucks, they did everything they could to support Giannis, dog. They even traded 4 first-round picks for Jrue Holiday just to have a playmaker on the squad with Giannis and Chris Middleton. So they were an organization that was willing to do whatever to win. So let's not buy into these organizations that say, oh, their player's a traitor or their player's this, and they try to badmouth to make the player look bad. When on the back end, they're not doing their job to support that player. So if you want to be on that super loyal tip, stuck to the grind or not cheating the grind or whatever you want to say, keep being that player, and you're gonna be a modern day Charles Barkley. Good at player with no ring. So
good at player with no rings.
To answer the question, I don't feel like them winning a championship restores the balance to the league as far as super teams or stuff like that. I feel like there's always gonna be a team that has slightly more firepower than the other. But to say it ends it for good, no, but I do feel like it gives small market teams hope that they can win the chip by drafting well and finding that diamond in the rough player.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, bro. As for super teams just not being a thing anymore after this, I definitely don't see that. Just because I mean we have a lot of free agency moves coming up with this offseason too. Like Damian Lillard, wherever he goes, could potentially determine who wins the championship next season. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is a league now where it's a trend to go join two other superstars. Assuming you're a superstar yourself already, that's kind of a trend nowadays, which kind of sucks for the rest of the franchises. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely don't see super teams being gone after this. I feel like I do feel like this, like Todd said, this definitely gave hope to like a lot of younger teams that feel like maybe if we do draft correctly, we don't always have to just go after a superstar that's in the league right now. We can just rebuild. It may take a while, but it would be worth it in the long run. And I mean, look at the Milwaukee Bucks. They've been playing for like 6, 7, 8 years together now. And Chris Middleton and Giannis, they finally did it, man. We got to give them the props. You know what I'm saying? But as for super teams being not a thing anymore after this, I don't see that happening.
And let's also shout out the Suns model too, because what did they do? They got the right coach. They drafted well. They built continuity within their team, and then they added one piece, and then they were in the finals. So
exactly,
also do that too, man. And they're not a super team. So
my take on this, man. First, I want to talk about the word super team because I feel like the word super team is kind of creating this hate for players that are taking control of their future and their destiny, and sort of like making fans discredit players for what their abilities and their skill set. And I feel like that's kind of for these organizations to be like, oh yeah, that's a super. They made a super team. That player made a terrible move to go join a super team. When honestly, you have a lot of shitty organizations that aren't playing their part, that aren't great fits for the players, that aren't really helping the players. That in a snap of an eye, if they get them boys a brand new 50 bill or a great player, they trade his ass right out of there too. They trade his ass for 2 Chick-fil-A meals. So my thing is, if we're gonna put all this emphasis on players and say, oh, you're a terrible player, this is discredited. I feel like, okay, you can say, okay, that you joined a super team, you can do it the hard way, but let's not get in the way. Let that get in the way of these players' actual skill and talent. Let's not discredit these players, how phenomenal these players are, how great these players are. Let's not discredit their greatness because they did join a super team. They did it. They work smarter, not harder. Which I'm not a big fan of super teams, but when it's my team, I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? But this definitely does not restore balance in the league, especially when you're in a league with the likes of like a guy by the name of LeBron James, who is currently scouting players. He's calling Stephen Curry. He's calling Damian Lillard. He's inviting them.
And he even called Russ up. He said, "Russ, we got a spot for you, dog."
He wants all these players. You got Magic Johnson talking about Dame on the way. You know, these type of guys are just terrible guys for the league. They're ruining the leagues right now. I'm playing, but you know, when you got players like that, that are trying to get out of shitty situations, like Dame is in Portland. I mean, no disrespect to Portland and their fans, but they're not really helping Dame do too much of anything besides get to the playoffs. And who just wants to get to the playoffs every year and lose? That shit is not cool. So, and I don't know really what's going on in house, but it sounds like some issues going on in house too. So, this definitely does not restore balance. There's always going to be a super team, and I do not want to discredit or put an asterisk by Giannis's ring in any way, shape, or fashion. But this year we've seen a perfect storm of injuries. A lot of things happen. Even I don't want to discredit. I'm not even gonna mention that point, but I don't want to discredit Giannis. But he did his thing, put the team on his back. But this year was a perfect storm. There's a lot of injuries, a lot of players that didn't play. So I feel like no, this is not going to change a thing because it only take LeBron to give one move or maybe wire over some money on the low to get somebody to come play with him or put somebody in a movie. So, you know, it can happen. Things can switch up. Another super team arises, and it's back in their hands. So no, this is not restore balance.
So I just want to say this, man. There's more than one way to skin a cat. That's a famous saying. So, bro,
Absolutely.
there's several different models and different ways to construct your team to win a chip. So the super team way is not the only way. To get it out the mud, my nails dirty. That's very much a way. Even just building continuity like the Suns did. They've been terrible for how long? 10 plus years. Didn't sniff the playoffs at all. They built continuity, added one piece. They're all the way in the final. So
strength in numbers like the Warriors did.
We seen the Warriors before pre-KD, what they did. So there's more than one way to do that, man.
Mm-hmm.
But real quick, man, I got off work and I started tapping into the sports shows just to see what they was talking about, man. And the topic I kept seeing just reoccurring over and over and over was Giannis is the best player in the league now. Now, I do agree with that for today, man. We're going to let Giannis and the Bucks have that moment, man. If you want to say he's the best player for today, I'm not going to argue with you. But, bro, let's not get caught up and be prisoners of the moment. Giannis is not the best player in the league.
Yeah, no.
So let's cut that out, please. But shout out to that boy. I don't want to take none away from him. If y'all want to talk about that for today, that's cool. But tomorrow we're going to get back to reality. When you speak on that man's name, you're going to call him a champion. But he is not the best player in the league. Simple. Go ahead. Let me know how y'all feel. And do y'all believe that winning the championship and the finals MVP makes you the best player ever? Because we seen Andre Iguodala win the MVP. So
hold on here. Let's take a timeout. That was a great point that you just made. Andre Iguodala did win MVP. And he was not even close to the best player in the league. But we talk about Giannis right now. Is Giannis the best player in the league right now? I'm going to shake my head yes and agree. Giannis is the best player in the league right now. He is a champion. Today he is the best player in the league. Tomorrow it could be a completely another dude. But yeah, right now Giannis is the best player in the league. He got the 50-piece chicken minis at the crib. He probably destroyed them things, the sausage burritos. But let's get to the real of it. Being MVP, finals MVP, and getting a chip, I don't think that makes you the best player ever. Never in a lifetime does that make you a best player ever, because you can go to the championship, win one ring, and never see the light of day of an NBA championship ever again. But I think Giannis is the best player in the league right now. I'm just gonna let it say that. He's not saying in every case like you mentioned with Iguodala, that does not make you the best player by default. But right now, Giannis just happens to be that boy, man.
You 100% right, and you want to know why? Because I was one of those people that that when Kawhi won that championship in 2019 with the Raptors and he won the Finals MVP, I was one of those people that said Kawhi definitely probably is the best player in the league right now, just because he came off a championship with the Finals MVP. So with that being said, yes, Giannis right now is the best player in the NBA as of right now. This man just had 3 40-plus point games in the finals. In the finals, man, that's crazy. And one of those was a 50-point game. So how I see it, man, I'm not saying the finals MVP is the most important, because like you said, Iguodala won it back in, 2016, 2017, something like that. And he wasn't the best player on the court by any means necessary, not even close, but he might have been one of the most important, if not the most important, just because he was like that glue for the team. So
Thanks.
I don't think a finals MVP determines if you're the best player in the league right now, but the way he did it and the way how dominant he was throughout that whole series, there's not much else you can say. The numbers don't lie. He carried his team. He won in 6, came back from a 0-2 deficit. I think Giannis deserves to be the best player in the league right now until someone else takes a championship next season.
All I gotta say is I hope bro cleaned his nails, him and Chris Middleton, dog.
Out the mud.
Out the mud.
I know they nails dirty.
They got it out the mud, man. 8 years.
Oh, and Giannis, make sure you get a cut. I seen you in the interview.
bro, stuff was looking terrible, dog.
Hey, make sure you get that shit faded, bro. If you got a barber, I can get you Trev's number or something, bro. Make sure you get a fade or something, bro. Yeah, bro.
You can't be in the finals with no cut looking like Jimmy, bro. Jimmy Butler last year. You gotta.
Man. Patrick Beverly looking scruffy as hell.
You can get the cut, bro. It's all right. You got the ring. I know you out the mud. You used to that, but bro, clean up for them boys for the parade and everything.
Man,
the boys about to be litty, dog.
Bro, I forgot about that parade.
Yeah,
Wisconsin gonna be crazy.
It said 65,000 people was outside.
Yeah, fuck that. I would not be standing up that whole time.
Hey, shout out Milwaukee. Shout out Milwaukee. Y'all deserve that. 50 years.
Good shit, man. Clippers are next.
Warriors.
Hey, bro, I'll be excited for you if y'all did that.
Man, bro, I'd die. I'd die. We won, bro. That'd be crazy.
But yeah, man, last chip was 50 years ago with Kareem and Oscar Robertson, dog. So that's tell you how long they've been starved, dog. Yeah.
That shit is ancient, ain't
it? ancient. That's fucking
damn.
Kareem. Boys, man. Shout out to Giannis for doing his thing. 50-piece, 50, 14, and 5. Very dominant performance in the playoffs. Very well deserved for him. Finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
The championship, well deserved. Suns, y'all did y'all thing to get there, man. Unfortunately, there got to be a winner and there has to be a loser. Shout out to those two teams, man. And thank you for putting on a great finals for us, dog, because that was very enjoyable.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm sad to see the NBA season end, but I'm looking forward to a crazy offseason. And then we're finally getting the NBA started at the right time in October. Not this whole schedule.
3 months.
So I'm very excited for that, man.
Go.
Boys, the boys, they're coming back. Hey, watch out.
The boys will not be back. The boys will not be back.
Dame is on the way. Hey, Russ.
Dame is on the way.
Somebody on the way, dog. So
Dame is on the way. Dub Nation.
Lonzo, bro, no hard feelings. We wasn't trying to trade you, but we had to throw you in there, dog. So
Lonzo, do not go back. Lonzo, don't never go back to LA. Fuck them boys.
Come back to LA with the fam, dog. Lakers.
No, come back to LA with the other
not go play for the Clips, dog. You gotta come.
Hey, Lonzo, tell them if they're not picking up Jello, you not fucking with them.
We got a spot for Jello in the GP. No, I'm just playing.
As a water boy, no.
We got a spot for Jello though, bro. For real though, when you that great of a player, let's speak on that real quick. When you that great of a player, dog, the team will pick up your brother, dog. We seen this with
like Giannis,
dog.
Lonzo not that great of a player, dog.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So he must not. They must not think he that good to not bring his brother in there. But we seen Curry get his brother a spot. We seen obviously Curry did have his brother on the squad on the Warriors.
Curry did not have his.
Seth wasn't on. He wasn't on there,
bro. Wasn't hooping on his own, bro. Seth went to Duke. Seth was a hooper.
He did play for the Warriors. I'm just saying.
He did for a little bit, but he not a bum.
He a bucket though. I'll take him on the squad for sure.
Yeah, he got a
know the game,
man.
He a hooper. But yeah, man, that great of a player. So Alonzo, we need you to ball out, bro, so Joe can get in the league. Obviously, Melo might get him in the league for real. I forgot about Melo.
Man.
He going dumb.
Hey, shout out Melo. But shit, hopefully that happened for that boy Jello. But
hey Jello, we're rooting for you, dog.
Shout out to all the teams, you know, that made this playoffs what it was, man. Big shout out to y'all, man.
Yes, I'm looking back on this playoffs, man. Very grateful, and I had a great experience, man. This year, it was especially 1 year removed from the bubble and not really being able to have fans and just basketball having not really a lot of energy. Just to come back and first year back with fans in the stands and
lit.
It was fun, man.
It's satisfying.
It was fun. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sad to see it.
Speaking of fans in the stands, man.
Man, it really is sad to see the shit end. Because I mean, it was a good ass season, man. I know for most part of the season we didn't have fans in the crowd, but man, when they came back, that shit was crazy, man.
Hey, we was taking the fans for granted, dog. Even though we did have a lot of instances where they was doing stuff, man, and just going crazy. Those are one-off fans. Yeah. We're not gonna paint all the fans with one brush, but fans make the game great, man.
Yes, sir.
Brings an energy.
All sports is not what it is without the fans, man. So
yes, sir. Speaking of fans in the stands, you might see bucket discussion in the stands near your home city. If you're watching, if you're from the
Yes,
Pecan
sir.
Card, it's just not.
Man.
We ain't got a team.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Man.
Discussions podcast is going up like a floater.
Yes, sir.
But man, I really appreciate everybody, every single one of y'all tuning in, man.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are not
man.
tuning in, the ones that are not supporting, and the ones not showing love, we appreciate y'all too, man. Y'all
Exactly.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for y'all support, and thank you for watching this week's podcast, The Bucket Discussions.
Like, subscribe if you're new,
and share.
Share, subscribe if you're new.
Mm-hmm.
We out, bro. Simple.